Feel Good Friday brings us this question: whiskey versus bourbon. Do you know the difference? There's some specific qualities that make a bourbon. Joining us to explain is sommelier Jade Helm, and just in time for the Kentucky Derby, which is a week from tomorrow. You are all outfitted, and you're going to show us how to make a mint julep with bourbon, I take it?
I am.
What is a bourbon? I mean, what makes a bourbon bourbon?
Right, so bourbon is just an American whiskey, and a lot of people think you can only make them in Kentucky, but you can make them anywhere in the United States, and I actually have 3 here today that were made in Oregon.
So Oregon makes its own bourbon?
Oregon makes its own bourbon.
Why wouldn't we?
And to call it bourbon, you have to have at least 51% corn, and that's what gives bourbon its sort of rich, a little bit sweet flavor.
So it's a vegetable.
It's a grain. It's a grain.
Does that count as a serving?
Yes, it counts as a serving. And you have to age it for at least 2 years in new oak, and that's where you get the color and the vanilla and the caramel.
So new oak and corn. Those
Yes,
are the two
those are
qualities that make a bourbon.
the two qualities that make it
Show
bourbon.
us how to make the mint julep.
Because you hear about mint juleps, but really, no one ever orders one. So what's in it?
Okay, well, mint juleps are super easy to make.
Mint,
you start
I'm guessing.
a lot of mint.
And
so
bourbon.
you start with a silver cup, and the reason that you use a silver cup, it's traditional, but it also will keep your drink nice and cold and frosty.
Are you going to muddle?
I am going to muddle, so I'm going to put my mint in, and I'm going to put in a 1/2 ounce of simple syrup.
Which is just equal parts sugar and water boiled.
Yeah, you can make it yourself, or you can buy it. I bought that in a jar.
You bought it?
I bought it.
Okay, you can make that fascinator, but you couldn't make your own simple syrup?
Yeah, she did confess she made her own.
It's very sad. It's very
Yeah,
sad.
okay.
Okay, and then you're going to put in a lot of ice. And there's a reason that we put in so much ice, and you're going to see it in just a second. And I did wash my hands.
I figured just because it was so warm in the South where
Well,
they
Right, you
that's
need
part
that
of
coolness.
it. That's part of it, but part of the reason you need so much ice is because I'm going to put in 2.5 ounces of bourbon.
Oh my gosh! Okay,
So you have to have something to
that's
dilute
impressive.
it just a little bit. Yes. So I'm going to fill this. It's like a bourbon snow cone, guys. I'm going to pour it right over the ice.
2.5 ounces.
So
with
that
It
is
is-
all that is in there?
It is a major drink, okay? And then you're going to give it a little bit of a stir.
No wonder people bet so much money on the
I
horses.
know, and it's
This
delicious.
explains so much.
Top it off with a little bit of ice, and you want a little mint sprig for a garnish and
Of
a
course
nice
you
little
do.
straw. And then you each get to taste one.
Okay, just
and if
a
you
sip.
hold
Be
it,
careful.
if you hold it
we
by
were
the
talking about straws earlier.
I know,
Make sure
right?
that straw gets
Okay.
disposed
so
of properly.
if you hold it by the bottom or the top, then it'll stay frosty and cold.
Oh, the bottom or the
right.
top. That's
Yeah.
why I just figured the Southern ladies were just
It
being
just looks
delicate.
so nice. It does. So I'd love to tell you guys just real quickly about 3 of my favorite Oregon-made bourbons.
Oh, please
this
do.
is
Yeah, where do we get an
delicious.
Oregon bourbon? Give us the names.
So you can get these at any Oregon liquor store. This first one is made right here in Portland by Eastside Distillers. It's called Burnside.
I've heard of it.
And they even use Oregon oak to make this.
How
and you
about
can
that?
taste it straight if you like. It won't be nice and blended like
Taste
this.
it straight.
But
Come
go
on,
right
Teresa.
ahead.
Okay.
And so you'll get some caramel and some butterscotch. This one's right under $30. So for mixing, it's a great price.
Did you get much caramel or butterscotch? I just got a big hit.
Definitely a kick
Well,
to it.
it's strong. It is strong. They're all,
All right.
strong.
Second
Next,
bourbon
we
here.
go to Bend, Oregon, and this is from Oregon Spirit Distillers.
We're going to think we're in Bend if we keep this up.
Yes, and this is made with Oregon corn and Cascade Mountain water.
There is a distinct difference.
It's very different.
It's it's good.
Yes, they are good. They're better with some mint and some sugar.
Yeah, but this one is a little bit lighter than the first.
It is. It is.
And
then this
lastly?
last one, we're back in Portland.
Look how much
and
we
this
know
is
now.
New Deal Distillers Reserve Bourbon. And this is made with local ingredients, bull run water. This is really smooth. I could just sip it. Vanilla, piped tobacco, maybe a little bit of dried fruit.
Why am I getting a licorice aftertaste?
I don't know. Maybe that's.
Because
it's so
because
weird.
you drink a banana something an hour ago.
Sometimes I get a little banana from those things. But yes, I think that there's so many things that go into making bourbon and so many things that you get from
Different
that
flavors
barrel
pop, yeah.
that it can be very complex and layered, and everybody tastes something a little
I'm
bit
going
different.
back to the simple syrup.
Yes.
Which is
bourbon
yummy.
and
It's
mint.
the sugar that really
Yeah,
makes
Jade
it
Helm
so good.
with tastingpour.com.
You'll have to
Always a
come back
fun
and tell us
segment.
how you made that.
I'll need a
She looks
longer
so cute.
segment.